All right, Fashion Dolls, and we are back with the second show of the day. Today's special guest is a Chicago based producer, recording artist, and songwriter. And I'm super excited to have him here in the dollhouse with us. Let's welcome Tony Evans X. And make sure you guys go and check out the previous episode of Tete a Tete. Hi, Mel. How have you been? It's been a minute. I hope you are doing well. And I hope all is well. Haven't seen you in forever. While we're waiting on our very special guest, that was a good conversation. It was refreshing. It needed to be said. So I might probably just give you guys a clip on Style by Stevie Daytime. How have you been, girl? It has been amazing. Things have been going great so far. Make sure you guys go and follow Mel's Safe Space. Hey, make sure. Wait a minute. We're back. While we're waiting on Tony to get in here, let me go ahead and send him the live. I've been wonderful, girl. I have been wonderful. So without further ado, let's welcome our very special guest, Tony Evans X. Mel's Safe Space, Mel's Desserts in the UK. Chicago was amazing. I will send you a message. Please, definitely let me know. Send it to me. Oh, can you hear me?
Hey,
Welcome, welcome to the dollhouse. How are you?
I'm excited. I'm thankful to be in the dollhouse. It looks so pretty and pink.
Thank you. We try to make it warm and welcome for you. So, how has 2023 been for you so far?
Oh, child. It has been, it's been a blessing. It's been challenging. You know, uh, Me being a singer is challenging, but also I would say the stuff that people don't see, the ups and downs, the health, the family, like, the stuff that people really don't see versus they just
Yes,
seeing you, what you put out outwards. But, but I'm blessed. I'm here, boo.
it's great to have you here. The year is halfway out, and you've been working, giving us some music, some amazing videos. So, before we get to that, what first got you into music? And tell us a little bit about your upbringing growing up.
Oh, wow. Such a good question. I would say hearing choirs sing and I was like, dang, like they sound cold, I want to sing with them. And so I started singing at a very young age. I was always popular for like singing the ABCs right when I was really, really young. And then as I got older, I was always in music class, choirs, things like that. It was more white people, actually. So, I kind of was like doing musical theater and, more classical music, but, it was cute.
Okay, okay. So, who inspired you to make music?
Dang. I would say my mom, she was just like, listen, she was like, you can really sing, she was like, you need to, think about Broadway, was her thing, was me going on Broadway, which is why she had me in those type of groups. Um, you know, but um, but I would say her, she was the main person who kind of kept on pushing me, especially when a whole lot of people said that I couldn't sing because my voice has always been different. So I was like, okay, well, at least somebody think I can sing.
And Mel mentioned Chicago in the comments. You are a Chicago based producer, recording artist, and songwriter. And you are the founder of Creative Revolution, which we'll get into. One of my favorite singles of yours is Gradual. That's one of my favorite. I was listening to it while I was getting my hair and
Oh
makeup done,
wow.
and that's one of my favorites. And of course, More Than a Feeling. The video, the visuals, everything is amazing.
Oh
So
wow.
before
Thank
we,
you.
yes. So before we get to your music, who's some of your musical influences?
Um, well, I would say I study a whole lot of. Dang, I gotta go on my phone, but I think I listen to a whole lot of like '90s R&B. So I listen to
Mm.
Eric Benet, Kenny Lattimore, Mint Condition, Lauryn Hill, Jill Scott, Maxwell, anybody really, that's neo. So I mean, that's already up my alley. Um, and but I also like rap. I love Missy Elliott. I love Genuine, Aaliyah, all of them. It's cold. So
And I can tell all of these artists that you just named has influenced your music because you give me like I wouldn't say a lot of artists don't like being categorized. Like I can give you an example, Fantasia. She can do R&B and then she can do gospel. Like it's about having range and being able to do different musical genres. And you definitely do that very, very well. So tell us a little bit about Creative Revolution. You are the founder of Creative Revolution.
yeah, Creative Revolution started off um, hmm, as a management company. I was a managing artist, so I managed like people like Aries Adora, Manessi Croft, and then I've also, worked with and co-managed with, for Sherry Soul, Jared the drummer, other artists, particularly in a management role. And so that's what the company really was. And then one day I called Sherry So and I was like, I need a musician. She was like, oh, okay, got you, boo. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sent it over to me. And then Creative Revolution became an actual artist collective where artists come together and they work together, primarily black, and different kinds of black people, because it became a creative hub for artists here in Chicago. And then I want to say, what else did we? Oh yeah, and now we're just like a band. So that's what it is now. Yeah.
And another thing, you've also attended Indiana University, so tell us a little bit about
Oh
there.
my gosh, yeah. So I went to school there. I started I want to say that I started in 2004. It seems so long ago. Jesus. 2004, yep. And I ended up getting a bachelor's in biology, a minor in gender studies, and then got a master's public health from there. Then came to Chicago and eventually got a PhD in social work here at Loyola. So very just all over the place. But that's where I started singing with black groups. Was there at the Black Cultural Center.
Yes, and the Soul Revenue as well,
Yep.
which is America's first and finest collegiate Black popular music ensemble. So that is major. That is major. So if you could change, what is the writing process like for you when you're creating your music?
A mess. It's all here. It is yeah, a mess. I would say that, I start off by freestyling. So whether I'm freestyling, I'm rapping, freestyling, sometimes my voice goes out, like, especially if I'm doing back-to-back shows. So I'll just like start rapping, freestyle, like rap sing, and things like that. And I here in my home studio, I'll just start freestyling my tracks down over and over, and then I go back to them and then I transcribe them and then I see what comes of it.
Okay, okay. So if you could change anything about the music industry, what would that be?
Uh, the judgment, I really support any art that is good art. So, I don't judge nobody if they, are black, white, gay, straight, whatever that they do in their personal life or whatever. Like, so I would change all of that shit because there's really some really artists who are either in the closet or artists who are gay, but they don't get the opportunity because they're not in a closet. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that other stuff. So it's like, it's weird because you have to be confident in who you are and you should not let the industry mess you up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, 100%. And that happens with a lot of, we just got through talking about this, ladies and gentlemen. If you watched my other show, Tete a Tete with my co-host Manny, we just got through talking about this not too long ago, about judging people in entertainment business in any form or any walk of life. The music business has definitely shifted throughout the years. And my next question for you is, speaking of the music business, if you could open for any artist that is still here or that is passed on, who would be your dream show to open?
Uh, I would probably love to open for Mary J. Blige.
Ooh, the queen of hip hop soul.
Yeah, I would light that show up. I would
I
be
could see it.
as hood as I want to be, and I would lose control. I love Mary.
I love her too and how real she is. And just in the element, through everything that she's been through, every album that she's put out, it's real. It's like she knows how to tug at your strings and say, wow, I've been through this. I feel you. I've been through this.
Yeah.
And that's what music is supposed to do. My next question for you is, what does music do for you when you're writing, when you're performing, when you're in that element as an artist?
Mm. It humbles me, uh, and it like helps with my mental health and anxiety.
Mm,
so, so it helps with my mental health issues. When I'm on the stage, I, forget about all the bullshit. I'm over it. It don't matter. Like I gotta make sure that I look cute, make sure this hair is all right, make sure that I got my makeup on, that I really, am really focused and really in tune with being an artist that's on the stage and then being the best. So I ain't got to worry about nothing that I'm going through at that time. But that takes my mind off of all the other stuff. And I would say, yeah, I mean, my mental health. I mean, basically, yeah.
and it's healing. That's another thing. Music is supposed to be healing. And once you put it out on paper, you release it, you perform it, which brings me to my next question. What is one of your favorite songs to perform live?
Oh, well, my favorite cover song to perform live is Maxwell Ascension.
Ooh, that's one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
Yeah, I love to perform that live. And my favorite original song to perform live is probably, I think right now is probably Thankful.
That's one of my favorites too. Along with Gradual, along with Roll With You, along with More Than a Feeling. Like I could go down the line of all your music. I've been listening
Oh my
to it. While I was getting my hair and makeup done. So yes, I had to do my research for this interview. That's why I'm on it.
I'm like,
So
dang.
that was gonna my next question for you is, you mentioned Maxwell. If you're stranded on an island and you had to take 5 albums, 5 top classic albums with you, what albums would you take with
I would take Escape, their first album, Off the Hook.
you?
Um, I would take Juvenile, um, because I gotta have rap. I would take Kirk Franklin, God's Property. Uh, um, I would take uh, probably Whitney Houston album. Uh,
My girl.
yeah,
I'm a big Disney fan.
yeah,
Y'all know that.
yeah. And I would, and to be honest, I would take the Memoirs of an Angel by Mariah Carey.
Love her.
Yeah,
Love
yeah, I
Mariah.
would take those. Did I say God's property?
Yep, Kurt Franklin. Yep,
Yeah, yeah. And I gotta add in Fantasia. I'll take one of hers.
love her.
Yeah.
And she's doing the Color Purple, the remake of the Color Purple, which is coming out.
Baby, that
And I
baby be
love her
screaming,
voice
baby. I
and
love her
solo.
voice. Woo!
Listen, Fantasia is like she can. I have a girlfriend, and she said she need to go to gospel. I said she sounds good singing anything, whether it's gospel
Yes.
or R&B. And as artists, you have to be able to have range where you're capable of doing different music genres,
Now that's
and
one thing
that's what
that
makes
girl.
me. Yes.
Yeah, I love when she does like when she be on It's a Color Purple song. It's her main song on there. I don't need you to love me. When she, oh my gosh, when she do that, that where her, she will jerk your tears, and then probably the other female is Selena Johnson. Selena Johnson will jerk you, baby. Yes, she will get you right together.
So neo soul, you're in the category of neo soul, and that's what I love. Erica Badu is one of my personal faves, and I cannot think about neo soul without thinking about Erica Badu, or if not Erica Badu, Leela James is another one that comes.
Mm,
I could go back
mm.
in time, Gladys Knight. Like it's so many that give you that feeling whenever you turn on one of their music. So about to be 30, but my father put me on to Boney James and Grover Washington, Miles Davis,
Yes,
Sade, Phyllis Hyman. That's the era that he put me on to. Of course, I know about Escape, TLC, Mary
right.
J. Blige, Usher is one of my favorite male singers. I love Avery Wilson. I love SZA. I love her. I love Chloe Bailey, Holly, all of them. I love them all. But it's
Yes.
so, what do you feel? Because you've been in the music industry for a long time. What do you feel about the current rise of R&B artists that are coming up, like the Chloes and the Hollies and the Avery Wilsons and the Lucky Days? It's so many.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. I think that I'm a person that always looks for live. So whenever I'm interested in someone, I always go and
Yeah.
see what they do live. And with Lucky Day, I was super impressed with his live
Uh,
performance. I mean, I was super impressed. He can really sing. Like, I mean, he'll be one of those ones I'm like, because he got swag with it. He not boring. You know what I'm saying? And he's not necessarily a perfect singer. Like he is an interesting singer. He has interesting notes that he hits. And they sound so good. Um, some singers are perfect, and that to me is boring. Uh, and so when they go live, I really love like when Chloe, like I just listened to her on Tiny Desk, and it was cool. But my favorite song was when she was sing rapping. You know what I'm saying? When she sing rap, and then at the end she can hit her little notes in a falsetto or in the high notes with the
oh yeah.
oohs and ahs. That's perfect. You know what I'm saying? There's some people where they can only sing ballads. There's some people, that's what they do. But vocally, like, the best vocalist that's alive right now is probably Celine Dion because Whitney
Oh
Houston
yeah.
dead. So
Now you're a classically trained baritone with an extended
mm.
soprano voice. So for you, how important is that vocal ability, vocal range, and stage presence for artists out here?
Yeah, I think that once you find your signature, you find what people like the most of your voice, and then you kind of roll with that. So when I particularly do my shows, I do sing rap songs. Like like I'm not trying to pressure you. That's not something that's going to wear me out, but it's something that if I compose it the right way and make it very operatic at the end, then that's me giving that strong voice, and then also giving falsetto, your name, you know what I'm saying, all of that, and then it gives a little bit of everything without me trying to be a powerhouse vocalist. So you got to know your place as well.
And you have to be able to dance. It's all about stage presence, being able to
Oh,
dance, being able
child.
to present in front of the crowd. It's a lot.
Child,
So
this last show, baby, I was sweating so bad. I said, y'all, I need a whole town and a fan at this point on the stage.
that is amazing. And also for you, how do you feel that the internet has impacted the music business? Because back in the day, I'm a '90s baby, and I grew up on the era of the cassette and the CD. I still have a bunch of CDs, the CDs, and my father with in the '70s with the vinyls. Like he still has his vinyls, and I remember the first vinyl that I seen when I was younger was what Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and then it was Stephanie Mills and so forth and so on. So how important is the internet? We're now in a day and age where it's like everything is so technologicalized, where it's like,
Yes,
okay, we got auto tune and all of these things and download streams. Whereas back in the day, it's like, okay, Billboard charts. You're reading the magazine to see who's on the top of the Billboard charts, and
yes.
the cassette tapes and the CDs. And then you could actually go inside the store and listen to the album before you buy it to see what
Hello,
you're getting. So,
period.
how do you feel that the internet has impacted the music business?
I mean, I think that they've taken the joy away from music. I mean,
Mm,
I think that, they've taken the joy away from music by making everything digital. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I think there should be a digital platform, but that should not be the reason that an artist makes it or not. You know what I'm saying? An artist should be able to make it. If you come to my live show and you see my show versus their show, and then you're gonna see, what I'm saying? So to me, that is, I think it's helpful in some regards. It can help you with your look, with your image, with your photos, all the digital stuff help you to look good, help you to sound good. There's some people that don't sound good live, but they sound good in the studio when they got all this stuff going on.
right.
There's some people that hide their true voice. You know what I'm saying? And so, I would love to go back to the music store and put the headphones on. It's Kobe. I wipe them down or whatever, and be like, that's cool, but I'm not gonna spend $12.99 on that. I want that, and that's how you used to decide what on Fridays what tape or CD that you bought. You know what I'm saying? When your mama got paid or whatever, take you to the music store, you'll go around and listen to all the music that speaks to you. And then you'll say, okay, I want this, or I want this single, but this album or whatever. So, I did that a whole lot with like City High and Silk when all this new R&B was coming out.
Yeah.
I used to go listen to it, even rap, I remember going in there and listening to Juvenile versus Mystical and having to decide where I was spending my $12.99. So I think it's important to bring it back.
Yeah, that nostalgia, which is what people want. And especially in this day and age, when it comes to Chloe Bailey, I feel like she gives you a little bit of that nostalgia. And even some of these up and coming artists as well, too, like the Summer Walkers, they give you a little bit of that nostalgia in their music, which is what people want, especially since the pandemic hit. We were inside. The verses was the thing that kept us all occupied. But that feeling, that old school music feeling, is still what people want and need.
Yes. Yes, I mean, and I dropping an album in a couple of weeks, and it's my first solo album. That's volume one, but volume two is even going to be, more exciting, and it's going to be more like of the R&B, like like we gotta like not be boring. That's why people don't listen to R&B no more because it has become not real. It's not become passionate. Like what happened in the day when you used to like just kill it? Like now they go in the studio and everything gotta be perfect and everything gotta be right. Like they don't even show who they are no more. So, but that's a whole nother thing.
And not in that moment. So, what advice would you give to up and coming writers and singers? Because speaking of writing, Prince, I love Prince. Prince was a genius. I guarantee you, he probably has a vault of music that people don't even know about that's not even released. He said, "Own your masters." How important is it for artists to own the rights to their music and their masters?
Yes, yes, so important. I think that it is key because you can take your music with you anywhere, so you don't have to wait to be signed to a label. You don't have to wait for somebody to like you. If you believe in yourself, once you put your music out there, you will find out. You know what I'm saying? You will find out. People will definitely let you know. And so, and I also think that it's important to be able to collaborate with other people. So you got to work out, deals with people that are fair. Like if somebody makes a beat for me, what's fair? You know what I'm saying? If I write the song, what's fair? You know what I'm saying? And so, working together, somebody come in and the song would be like this, and they say one or two things, and they change the whole song, and it's a whole new song. You got to give that person credit for that, and that's why, like, on my projects, I got my contracts, I got my credits, I, know who's who, I actually control all of that. ASCAP distribution is all in my hands because first, I'm gonna make sure that I'm taken care of, but I'm also gonna make sure that I have respected the people that I collaborate with in a fair and honest way. And so, if the song does blow up, they're gonna know who everybody is who helped make that song.
Right. Exactly. And everybody gets credit fairly. 100%. That is true. All right, fashion dolls. We are going to get into some music trivia with Tony. We're going to get into some black music trivia with Tony. But first, before we get into the black music trivia, we're going to do something called the Rapid Five. And Tony has to tell me 5 things that he can't live without. It can be anything that he likes, whether it's his favorite drink, his favorite singer, his favorite thing to do in his spare time, hobby, whatever it may be, goal, passion, dream, whatever it is. Let's start. All right. So, what are 5 things that Tony can't live without?
Dang. Well, we already know the basic stuff. So, but like I would say, like catfish, can't live without my catfish, and collard greens. If I got those, if I ain't got nothing else, I'll be okay. Uh, of course, I can't live without. Dang, let me think. Cause I gotta be PG. Cause I was about to say, well, what was on my heart? I was about to put it out there. Dang, he said that on the damn thing. He's so nasty. But I would say that of course I can't live without music. I
Mm,
can't live without music. I can't live without God. Um, and I would say I can't live without my family. And the last thing is mm, mm, mm. These are hard questions. I was like, I'm over here tripping, you know, and whiskey.
okay. Good drink. Alicia.
Absolutely. Even if I'm ginger ale, whiskey water, whiskey shot, I will listen. I will be okay.
All right. Fashion dolls. There you have it. Those are Tony's 5 things that he can't live without. Now, Tony here is a music icon himself. He's been in the music industry for over 15 years, well, and more. So we are going to get into some music trivia. I'm going to test his knowledge to see how well he knows these black artists. It should be easy, all right?
Okay.
So let's get right
Yeah,
into
I
it.
hope so.
All right, here we go. Here's the first. Who was the first black artist to win the Grammy Award for Album of the Year?
Okay. So you said it was the first black one to win album of the year?
Yes,
Was it Michael Jackson?
Natalie Cole.
Dang.
Natalie Cole. Okay.
Dang. Let me write that down. I want to listen. I love Natalie Cole. Okay.
Okay, here's the next one. Which rapper holds the record for the most #1 albums on the Billboard 200 chart? Is it A, Jay-Z, B, Mystical, or C, Juvenile?
Okay. I heard Jay-Z and I heard Mystical. I'm saying it's Jay-Z first comes to my mind, but who is the last two?
Juvenile and Mystical.
Oh no, no, it's Jay-Z.
That's correct. Yes. All right. This should be fairly easy. In what city was the influential Motown record label founded?
That was in Detroit.
That's correct. Yes. The next one. Which famous song, often associated with the civil rights movement, was performed by Billie Holiday?
It was performed by who?
Billie Holiday.
Dang. I don't know that one.
Strange Fruit.
I don't know that one.
Diana Ross did it in
Dang.
Lady Sings the Blues. Yes, when she did the story on Billie Holiday. Lady Sings the Blues. Yep. All right.
Ah, okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Who is known for her eclectic style and is often regarded as the high priestess of soul?
Okay. Say it again for me.
Who was known for her eclectic style and is often regarded as the high priestess of soul?
Dang. A soul. Okay, hold on. I gotta get this right. That bad. Aretha Franklin, Anita Baker, um, Patti LaBelle. The only people that really coming to my mind right now. I see Diana Ross kind of, but not really, because you said soul. Uh, was it one of those?
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, give me
Um,
a hint.
Lupita did a look inspired after her at the Met Gala, and she was known for wearing these very beautiful, delicate braids. When she performed, she played piano. She's about my complexion. She's beautiful, and she left the United States to go across seas.
Damn, I'm feeling like, dang, Stevie, you gotta give me that one.
Nina Simone.
On
Yep.
that young, gifted, and black. Dang. Legacy.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's
Okay.
the
Okay.
next one. She's currently on tour right now. She was the first black female artist to headline Coachella.
Beyonce.
That is correct. Yes. All right, here's the last one. Which group was famous for pioneering political hip hop in the 1980s and 1990s? Is it Public Enemy, Run DMC, or 3 6 Mafia?
We know it's not 3 6 Mafia. They wasn't
Mm-hmm.
promoting that. It's not
Nope.
hood
You can
stuff.
eliminate that.
Uh, you said Run DMC and what was the other? I think Public Enemy.
That's correct. That is correct.
Woo!
All
At
right, then.
least I got a couple of them. A couple of them. I was getting a little nervous.
And that is Black Music Trivia with Tony Evans X. So we hope you guys kind of got some of the facts and the gist of it. Yes, Beyonce is the first artist to headline for Coachella. Yes, and Public Enemy. There's so many artists out here, black culture, black influence, black music, so much that we can learn about. All right. So with the year 2023 coming to an end, what can people expect from Tony Lee for the year of 2024?
Yeah. Yes, so I am done with my performance season. So back in the studio, working on the second album. And so this album is going to be so much fun. I'm actually bringing my band in the studio this time go round. So we're going to make our music with a live band. I'm going to also be launching the Creative Corner, which is a corner where artists can feel safe and perform with us, and we get to know them. And I am going to be hosting a LGBTQ artist convention where I'm going to be honoring some of the Black LGBTQ folks, all the way from engineering to producing to songwriting to
Yeah.
vocal, rapping, etc.
And that That's what we need: inclusivity, more inclusive, and inclusivity in the music business, in the industry in general, because there are so many artists out here that are coming into their own, developing into their own. What advice would you give to the next generation of artists that are now finding their own sound, their own style, their own ability to make music and write and produce?
Yes, don't stop and learn how to do it all. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to do a little bit of everything, particularly if you're the person who's up there with the mic in front of everybody.
Oh yeah,
Make sure that you're involved in all phases. If you're meeting with your musicians, your producers, engineers, your visual team, your stylist, your hairstylist, making sure you're really, really committed and really involved, that you learn how to do your own sound. You learn how to cut your own videos and content. You learn it. Learn it.
and that is important. So before closing out this interview, Fashion Dolls, I'm going to leave you guys with some encouraging gems of wisdom. But before I do that, Tony, are there any encouraging words of wisdom or gems that you would like to leave to the Fashion Dolls and to your supporters that are coming through watching?
Yes. I love y'all, and just try to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to, even if it's hard, even if it's challenging, try to rise above and get on top of your mental health, because it'll change your life. And, find something that you really, really love to do. You know what I'm saying? That you really love to do. And just go into it and like lose yourself and find out who you truly are. You know what I'm saying? Focus on you, is key.
Absolutely. Stay true to who you are. And the last one is today's quote and final thought of the day comes from Carrie Bradshaw. You guys know that I'm a big Sarah Jessica Parker fan. I love her style. I think she's impeccable. Don't forget to fall in love with yourself first. Remember this: self love starts within, starts here. And in order to give love to another person or affection to another person, you have to start within yourself. And we just got through talking about that on Tete a Tete. Love yourself first more than all. Make sure that you are pouring into yourself, because we give so much of ourselves to everybody that we are forgetting to take care of number one first. And trust me, I learned from my own personal experience, because I give so much of myself. I'm always giving, giving, giving. And that's a nature within all of us, is that we give to people. We're willing to help. We're willing to give advice. We're willing to encourage. We're willing to empower. Make sure that you are also pouring into yourself as well too. That is important before you give yourself to anybody else. And that is the final thought of the day. Tony, what can people expect from you? Where can they follow you and check out this? I know you, I'm pretty sure the album is coming pretty soon. So let everyone know what they can expect in the future.
Yes, album is October 6th. Album volume 2 will be in February. We're going to start booking. We're already at the top of the year booking shows for 2024. So y'all see the content and flyers. And, this year I'm going to be doing a whole lot more um, diverse shows. I'm going to be expanding. We were just in Atlanta with the Gentlemen's Network, called the TGN, which is a Black um, gay affirming organization of men. And so we did that. We're gonna be all over, in all venues that matter, and all venues that accept us, and we just gonna kill it. So y'all can just see more of that, just more of which I already see, just better.
All right, Fashion Dolls, there you have it. And let everyone know where they can follow you and check you out.
Yeah. Yeah, my Instagram is TX Evans, TX Evans, or you can go to CR Music. It's the band and the team, CR Music, either one. You click on there, our website and all that stuff is on there. Website, YouTube, all that stuff. Apple Music, Spotify, whatever.
All right. And make sure you guys go and check it out. Fashion Dolls, October 6th and February. Make sure you lock those dates in. And Mel's Desserts, Mel Safe Space says that she is following.
Yay, thank you. Much love to you.
All right, Fashion Dolls, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Evans X. It was such a pleasure having you here. I had such a great time.
Me too. Me too. This was lit. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Make sure you guys go and follow Tony and joining me tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in. We have Ricky Taylor. So stay tuned. I love you all. Be sure to check out Tete a Tete. New episode 6 is up right now. And this is our show for today, which will be uploaded to Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube. So head on over and subscribe. I love you all, and I will see you all tomorrow at 4. Take care, everyone.